Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Taiko World Cup 2016 quarterfinals, where we will have, on the first match at least, China versus Philippines. And today with me is Juan Crystal. Juan, how are you doing, man?
Hey, Slame. I'm doing really good. I mean, a little bit tired because of the time, but still.
Yes, it is quite early. But then again, for China and Philippines, it's during the afternoon actually, like 3 p.m.
Sounds about right, I guess. I mean, I don't know what time is it for you right now. I believe it's around like 9 a.m. or 8 a.m.
Yes, it is 9 a.m.
Oh, it's kind of rough.
That's okay. But then again, it's not as rough as the position these players are in. Well, it's not a losers bracket
Oh, no.
match, but still there's some pressure there.
This is a losers bracket match, man.
It's 9 a.m. All right.
Hey, it's 4 a.m. over here. I should be the one mistaking.
All right. No, are you sure? Oh yes, I am
Yeah,
sure.
this is
My bad.
I mean,
My
Argentina
eyes
was a
work.
team beating China.
Yeah, what the heck with that?
Yeah, that was a really interesting thing. I'm not sure who did beat the Philippines though. I don't remember. I believe it was
Germany.
Germany. Oh, okay. I was
Yep.
thinking about Hong Kong, but Germany sounds better.
Oh. Well, Hong Kong did beat France, so I remember that.
Oh yeah, you remember that pretty much. Yeah. But it makes sense because
No, it doesn't.
China was no, well, that not. But what I was about to say, I mean, China being knocked down by Argentina, Germany being knocked out. I mean, the opposite. Philippines getting knocked out by Germany, and now we have Germany versus Argentina in the winners bracket, and China against Philippines in the losers one. So it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Wow. It's really, yes, quite impressive. And, the match, which was like Canada versus which one? Taiwan. It's like,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah, that was like probably the biggest surprise I ever see on this tournament. I mean, despite Taiwan losing against United Kingdom, I think the second was like Taiwan beating clean sweep by Canada. Like,
Well, I know I'm not calling any matches in this World Cup, in this week at least.
man, I said that Taiwan was going to win the Taiko World Cup. They already lost 2 matches. Something is wrong. But yeah, for now, I guess we already have the first warm-up here ready, so it's going to be Maniera. And I believe most of the Mania players watching should know about this song.
Oh, is it known from?
Well,
Is it a very
let's,
famous map?
let's just put it this way. This was the map, I mean, this song was mapped and it was the number 1 of 2015. So
Yeah, pretty well known. Yeah.
pretty well known. And it also gives the good amount of 1300 pp with a really good score on it.
Wow. And is it a
Just
TV size?
no, it's not a TV size. It's like 3 minutes, I think, something around it. I'm not sure what we can expect for like a taiko version, but I do believe really heavy 1/8 patterns, I believe.
No. Yeah, definitely. If you just listen at the rhythm, I mean, there is potential for shenanigans here.
Yeah, I can see some finishes over there as well. Commentators are Chromox and Citrat? What is wrong with the command?
I am Zitra today.
I just
Yeah.
checked it.
And I'm Chromox. I'm on Chromox XS.
And while we're waiting for Sacrifice to finish downloading this map, apparently some Mania players in the chat.
It has to be. I mean, China and Philippines are those countries that are really good at Mania as well. So it makes sense that they followers play some as well. But yeah, still quite early. Just started the stream. We're just about to see the first warm up, but you guys can still support your team on the chat for sure. So give your support to the Philippines or China. Who you think is going to win this match? Let us know in the Twitch chat.
If this tournament has taught me anything, I mean, in this match, fucking USA, frigging USA could win. Sorry about that. And by the way, you can support your teams and the tournament in another way. You have little banners that you have been seeing popping up on the profiles left and right. You just go to the you just go to
Yeah.
the store and then you can either be a patriot and buy the banner for your own country, or being a trader and buy the one from the country you think will win.
Yeah, you can just go to the Oz store, get yourself a banner for your profile, really cute one. You can support any team that you want for sure. Of course, if you want to keep that banner for a little longer, you have to support the champion, so be careful with your decision or support your own team. I think that's probably the best thing. You don't want to be a traitor usually. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you want to support Japan for the long time banner, which is probably going to happen.
That I wouldn't say for this tournament.
Oh,
I
definitely.
really wouldn't say.
This tournament is something different than what we see often. Like the prize pool, the cash for the winners motivates some teams even more than they was before. So that's probably a good reason, because we're seeing so many upsets here as well.
Yeah. It's and really, since we have some time, we can talk about the map pool. It's a big step up from last week.
Yeah, it is a big step up, but I don't think it's that much of a because the hidden pool and the hard rock pool are still not that hard, and the double time pick still has that issue of being too short. So that means that double time is a risky pick. Hidden and hard rock are the safer ones if you're good at accuracy, but the nomads for sure are the ones that gave the most boost in terms of difficulty. A lot of 1-6 patterns being presented overall in these maps that we had. I believe it was Chronostasis, one of that examples.
Yeah. You have a lot of 1-6, and then KDDK 1/3 stream, which can be a bit technical. And I
Yeah.
believe we should be beginning any second now.
Oh yeah, finally the wait is about to end. I believe right now it's 7 UTC and 8 minutes. So we're a little bit late, but still not a big issue. We have 1 hour and a half for this match, which promise a lot. I believe this is going to be a close one.
It very might well be, yes. It very well might be even. Let's not do Yoda talk. And well, since you're talking about the map pool, what would you think? Let me. Which map is it? I believe there is one map consisting of half a normal map and half a long stream. Which one is it? Oh yes, Avalon. Do you think it will be banned much?
Avalon. That map, Avalon, I think I played that one before being released. I have to check that out. Let me see.
Alright, and we are beginning.
Yeah, we're ready to start with the first one already. Let's see how insane can this Maniera be. Oh no, this is not the Avalon version that I played. This is another one. And it kind of makes sense to have a lot of really heavy stream maps now that we are hitting the later stages of the game, of the tournament.
Oh. And you see rather big drops of accuracy, except from Senkai.
Senkai is holding quite strong here. Jime is also doing fantastic for the Philippines.
But from what he did last match, last week, it was very impressive.
Yeah, and as I told you, there's like a lot of finishers, really hard ones to get accuracy and points on it.
And the SV, man. What the hell?
Yeah, the SVs are always a thing in this kind of difficulty, like, and I'm not sure if this one is ranked. I believe it's not.
Oh, actually, it was mapped by Jime.
Well, now it makes sense why it was picked as a warm-up, and
Yeah.
why it took too much to down that.
And it might explain as well why Jime has the highest accuracy, even if it is a 95. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I mean, this map was like so brutal. We even see one fail, I believe,
Yes.
from Senkai.
All right, and then China chooses the warm up as well.
Yeah, let's see what they decide to go for. Now we see a map by some of the China players. Like we will see a map by Sacrifice, for example. I believe that guy changed his nickname though. I don't
Oh.
remember which one was the original one, but I'm sure he changed it. I saw that on the thread.
Oh gosh, apparently China has swapped for a player called Lexi Zaid or something like that.
Well, this is a really different warm-up in comparison to what we saw in the previous one, for sure.
Yep. Apparently it is a guess difficulty.
I'm not sure.
So
Might be.
Otome Yuran Mai Saki Hokore.
I think at this state, like 9 a.m. in the morning for you and 4 a.m. in the morning for me, we probably shouldn't be like
Trying
spelling the
to
names of the map. Yeah. I can try that though. I think it's Otome Ryoran Mai Saki Hokore, which it's pretty bad, I believe though.
Yeah. Well, the accents. We have the accents.
Yeah, of course. We are from French and Argentina. I mean, France and Argentina. So we have an excuse to like not be great at doing names.
Well, you know, I could be speaking like that because France has really a good English teachership. But I think I'll keep doing that. It's bad enough.
I mean, all my English training is like commentating and talking with people. Eventually, in some Discord channels, I don't talk in English with anyone else.
So Osu made you the Englishman you are.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I studied a bit of English when I was young in the school, like always, like anybody. And then suddenly I jumped into Mania World Cup and tried my luck, and it ended up being alright. I think my English is decent, but still not as great as it should be.
Oh well. And oh gosh, we have a 3 minutes wait for the download. All right. Do you think China will try to focus on hidden maps this week as well?
Not sure they should go for hidden here. Like I said, the hidden pool is not particularly hard. I have to say that it's kind of the easier one of the pool probably,
Even
and
Showdown?
that is a well. That might be the only exception. But still, it's some technical stuff. Like,
Yeah.
hidden odds the difficulty for that map. It might be get banned even. I believe it makes sense to be banned as well. But I believe China should go for the main strong aspect like double time. I believe double time makes sense for them against. If not, they can force a hard rock consistency battle, but I don't think that's the best either. Free mods and double times are, in my opinion, the best picks for them. If not, they can just go for complex no mod picks. I believe they have to use their advantage for being a top seed, probably being better at more complex stuff than Philippines. Try to use that advantage in their favor.
And as for double time, because the double time pool is quite a step up as well. Yes, I know I'm saying that a lot, but do you see ZZ in 7 colors, and especially ZZ?
Yeah.
Which is really short. If you make one mistake, you're basically over.
Yep, that's the main thing about the double time picks once again for this pool. They are too short, so they are really risky to go for. I mean, if you're not comfortable enough, if you're not confident enough that you will get those full combos on that one, you pretty much want to avoid those ones. Like, use it as a last resort most of the time. You have more easier stuff, more consistency stuff that you can aim for, or some long stuff if you think you're better than the opponent. You don't have to risk yourself with something short and fast that is so easy to choke as is double time.
And there are some consistency maps in this pool, such as, End of the World.
Yeah, you have it on the war.
Pumping
Greenados.
Pumping Junkies as well.
Yeah, that's true. I would say Greenados is actually one of the easier maps on the pool. Probably the best one when it comes to consistency battles and accuracy battles. Like, it is on a level that I can almost full combo it, so it cannot be that hard.
Yeah. And do you think Spider Dance will be picked much today?
Spider Dance, it might be picked because of just Undertale hype and whatever, but it's kind of odd, like, and it's also short. You have short maps, something that you want to avoid unless you are going for a challenge. Like, no mods are usually the ones that you go for if you have an advantage over the other team, and you do that with longer maps instead of shorter ones. Mostly because you have the advantage of consistency and comboing ability, and when it's something short and just like random choking, it's something that you don't really want. Like, if you want to go for something like that kind of map, I believe Chronostasis might make sense as well, or even Wish Upon Twin Stars, which has not a hard rhythm to follow, honestly. But well, seems like we have the second warm-up ready. I just hope that all these players have the map pool downloaded.
Oh,
it will be
gosh.
really bad if they don't.
Well, that would mean they haven't trained it, and that would be really bad. And how was this map mapped? It seems kind of overmapped. I don't know what you think.
It's Taiko. I mean, you can use an excuse to overmapping in Taiko. I believe you can make your own rhythm if it is consistent enough. It sounds a little bit overmapped though. It's more like a freestyle map. I'm not sure if that makes sense, if Taiko players will go for my head after saying that, but
Oh, most probably, players. Actually, China having the advantage here.
Yeah, China does have the advantage on this one, it seems. They don't have the strategical advantage that was the Gmail being the mapper of the previous warm-up.
Definitely. Although, Jime with 98% accuracy still hold his grounds quite rather well on that.
Yeah, he's probably going to be one of the MVPs here, like the players that you'd really want to watch and see how good they can perform. Although from China's side, you see Hime Mija, which is also doing a really good job here.
Yeah. No, it's not a full combo, but close.
Yeah, this is the best combo of all the multiplayer game, and it has only 2 misses, so the best accuracy as well. Wow, that's a interesting roll, I have to say. 69.
I will not comment in favor or.
Yeah, we just have to
Anyway.
avoid it. He just got an
Uh,
11.
well, 11. So China starts banning. So, do you think it will be the double time hard rocks? No. Perhaps the hard rock ones.
I think banning a double time might make sense. Like Joey Dookie, like Joey Dookie, I think it is.
Yeah.
Maybe. If not, I believe they could go for a free mod or even a normal ban. No, Renatus
Renatus.
actually. That's the prime. Well, it's China. Yeah, I thought it was Philippines banning. Banning Renatus makes sense because it's like the most accuracy heavy base map that you have, probably the easy one of the pool.
And TFS.
Okay,
Ah.
is that a map?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard rock one. I remember
Yes,
that as Soundholic.
Oh, TFS, Steve Z. Entschuldigung. And so, Onosaki Ito. Sorry about that, but you have been banned.
You got banned. Get out. Get your map out of the way. But now it's time to the Philippines. So let's see why they decide to go for with the hard rocks out of the way. I don't believe that Hidden might be a good option for them to ban, but they can aim for it because China was aiming for that in the previous matches. Maybe Showdown is a decent ban. If not, Double Time also makes sense.
Showdown,
even
yes,
see-
definitely. I see Sunrise as well, potentially.
Sunrise is not that fast, if I remember correct.
It's quite fast. It's 202 BPM. But it's not especially technical, but you just have to be good at hidden to play it correctly.
Makes sense. Terminal Showdown. There you go. Sunrise is the only hidden open then.
Yes, so China bans hard rock, Philippines bans hidden, and we have the most interesting maps, or at least the most difficult maps of the pool remaining. Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, it's risky as well, I have to say. There's the question now. Will the Philippines team go for like pumping junkies? Just because, well, China's banning hard rock, that means they fear us when it comes to hard rock, so we should pick hard rock.
That might be the case, yes. But
mean,
it could be because they banned Renatus and Pumping Junkies, and
They
well,
ban TFC. Yeah.
they banned TFC as well. So yeah, it's so Jime chooses Inside Identity.
Okay, it's kind of the same nature of the hard rock map of pumping junkies, like both of the maps being like long. But this one seems to be like overall a little bit easier than what is the hard rock map. Although I believe this one was of the most alternative patterns that we see from a pool. Not really sure.
Yeah, but it's a very long map with 4 minutes 14. There might be it might be a consistency match at that point.
Yeah, this smells like a really heavy consistency battle here. And this is going to be a really important pick as well, because if you win on this one by a really good amount, that means you can probably go for normals without that much of
Yep.
fears. So really important pick for the both teams here.
Yes, indeed, and it is especially very important if China wins this one. It will give them a. Oh my bad. If Philippines win this one, it will give them definitely an advantage. If they have already a break point.
Oh, this is Philippines pick though. It's not China.
I have a coffee in my hands. I should put it inside of me.
Inside your identity? Oh,
And hello, Twitch staff. Anyway,
okay, so let's see how well play both teams perform. We have 2 hard rocks and 1 hard rock and 1 hidden, so we don't have full mod squad. This is a good example, of good explanation of why the maps are getting harder and harder. Like, this is a good example.
I mean, you are seeing Jime doing a no mod, which is from what he did last week, a bit surprising. But perhaps they want to put their
They
most
wanna save
consistent
full
player.
Yeah.
Yes, at
Makes
least
a
one
lot
full
of
combo from the opening. Yeah.
It's really interesting the thing that you're pointing here, like, but even with that, he's holding the worst accuracy of the team. Still, it's not that big of a deal because Sacrifice already broke his combo, so
Yeah.
that gives like the normal lead for the other team for the combo breaks in Taiko. We still are missing the PI, I believe.
Yes, indeed. About 40,000 lead. And we still have 3 full combos and Sacrifice breaking again. Ooh.
Sacrifice is not doing particularly great on this match. I mean, at least not in this map. BXC is doing a fantastic job keeping the accuracy up, but that's not enough when it comes to so close matchups like this one, where you have 3 full combos on one side and 2 for the other. Even if you have like 100%, impossible to come back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and Mimiya breaking as well. Oh, that might be it for China. But there's still half a map to go. And, you know, if you back once, if you have 1 or 2% accuracy difference overall between teams, it could play in longer maps.
Yeah, but this is the easier section though. I mean, the Kia is not really that common. As you can see, they're mostly triplets, not really that hard. You have eventually some larger streams, but you don't have any like short burst and any surprise at all. So Philippines is doing a really great job keeping the consistency up, but this is the hard part when it comes to streams and Senkai dropping just before the Kia.
While the whole China team keeps on. Oh. But you know,
Yes.
there is still a 150,000 point difference, so it will need at least 2 or 3 breaks from Philippines to. Oh, but
Well, you have
as I
another.
say that Senkai breaks again, I have one.
Well,
to
I
go.
believe that might not be enough just because of the Ki time, but the first rock that Senkai had was just in the first section of the Ki. And that gives like a really good advantage to China when it comes to comeback potential. But still, the difference is quite big because the both players that using a mod in China side are missing, and seems like we had another miss from the no mod.
Breaks. Oh no, that is
That's it.
definite. That's it. Yeah.
That has to be it. Jime though, P.R.China are holding incredibly strong. They will hold the full combo until the very end. And now entering into the last KA section, there is not much. It's even impossible to fail at this point. Philippines will take the first point in the first selection, which is really good. Really surprised though. Lower seed taking the point against the top seeded.
Like I said, I'm saying nothing of the matches today. I'm not predicting anything.
Well, I can predict something. Philippines needs to watch out about Senkai. because he dropped
Yeah.
quite a lot in this particular match. As you can see, 23
23.
misses.
From himself only, he dropped more than the whole other team. But then
Yeah.
again, with 2 full combo from G-Man Pochaco, you have the first points winning by Philippines. Wow. And China is picking next.
Yeah, there's two points that I want to bring out here. Like Senkai misses were most of the time at the same spot. He had like 10 misses in a row, maybe more, in a section of streams. I'm not sure if that was like a keyboard issue. It might be, not really sure. But there's only another thing that I want to point out here, that China was holding the overall better accuracy in comparison to the Philippines. Yeah, he didn't have the full combo, but if he can go for something shorter, they might be able to push out a lead and try to get a points on. Yeah, double
And
time
in-
makes sense.
In the short department, there are quite some maps to begin with.
Yeah, you have a good amount of no mod picks potentially. You have a good amount of double time picks as well. And even if you want to go for the hidden one, it's not that long as well. It's only 2 minutes.
I mean, you know, and you have Spider Dance as well, which is 140 in 230 BPM. So really, a big hit on the counter. But all in all, you have a lot of maps under 2 minutes, and some even almost 1 minute long.
So they will go for Chronostasis instead. Like, kinda trying to ruin the predictions from going for something faster, more technical. 1-6.
Especially the Kiai in this map.
Yeah, the key of this one is kind of huge. I remember this one having some tricky doubles. because
Doubles
of the
and
nature-
quadruples.
Yeah, that's something to watch out as well. If Philippines' combo ability is not at touch, like a top notch, it might be a good pick from China. China needs to hold on and try to not choke as they did in the previous one. But this is their pick, so they have to be a little bit of confidence in
Confident,
them.
yes. And BXC choosing Leaf like one would choose Pokemon. Like that's what I.
We
that
choose
made me-
Leaf.
that made me
It's
think
super
of that.
effective.
Yeah, more or less, yes. But we'll
It
see
doesn't
if
have-
it's super effective. We
Yeah,
will see.
It doesn't affect Philippines. We have to tell at the end of this particular map. So this is a map by Dake de Cane from Mexico, one of the QATs right now of the taiko mode.
Oh.
Good to know that. And also a kind of statistic theme. I believe it's one of the first time that we see nomads being picked so early. Like we had in group stage stuff like Mana, that was like good opening pick, but despite that pick, we didn't see that much of nomad openings or even picks. The most of the teams usually wanted to go for mods instead.
Yeah, quite a lot. There was 1 or 2 matches last week where no mods were taken first, but Sacrifice already missing there. Oh, and it's a short map, that one. You don't want to
And
miss.
BXC as well. So we have 2 drops
And
already from China in the
and
burst
3.
sections of the 1-6. Yeah, that was another one from Sacrifice. It's not holding particularly strong this one. As I said, he was having a lot of issues overall. He's hitting the lows a little bit later than he should. So might be an offset issue, but I believe it's mostly because of the streams, of the speed required to get a good score on this map.
I mean, you know, they already have one. Ooh, there, almost everyone missed. But you have Jime Pochaco. I might, you know, call them MVPs of this game. They are still holding strong.
Yeah, but we still have the KI remaining, and that is the point where stuff can change a
Yeah.
little bit. If they keep this combo up for like a little bit
Oh,
more
but
time, they might be able.
Senkai-
Yeah, Sing and Sacrifice dropping quite a huge amount of accuracy and combo over there. but
Yeah.
it's not going to be enough. China is not in a position that he can trade misses. They need to keep the combo. I haven't want to miss for the Philippines side. And Sacrifice is still consistently choking. And that's going to be it. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the miss from P.R.China definitely hurting the Philippines team, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Though with this stream, it might be the case. P.R.China's
Yeah.
dropping. Oh man,
Oh,
China's going
gosh.
to take it at the end. I cannot believe is that going to come in. Yeah, they took the lead just at the end.
Gosh.
Oh my
What
goodness.
the freak was that? What the?
Oh man,
Wow.
the
And
drop. The drops at the end from Pochaco and Senkai completely threw in the match at the barely end second when we thought that Philippines had that in the bag. With 9,000 points of difference, China will take the point in a
the
surprising and
comeback was
effective way.
real. The comeback is
Yeah,
real.
really good stuff here. Fight he made me, yeah, doing a fantastic job keeping the combo until the very end. Same for G-Man, but
Yeah.
it wasn't enough for the Philippines side, just for a little bit. Just a little bit of accuracy was a difference here.
And quite a lot of misses at the end.
Yeah, those misses at the end were brutal, were insane. As you saw, though, Philippines struggling a bit with streams, also banning Renatos, which is a heavy stream-based map.
Yeah.
That might be something to point out for China. Despite China not being great at burst overall, they had issues with the 1-6. Stream maps is something that appears to be a good option, a viable option for China here.
I say Avalon.
Avalon from Philippines, maybe, yeah.
From Philippines, no. If they are choking on the streams, I don't think so.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I misunderstood you. Yeah, if Philippines might go for something, if they want to go for Nomad, which I think is not the best,
Yeah.
they should go for Wish Upon Three Stars. If not, they should go for one of the 3 mods remaining.
I would see,
White Prison, I
White
believe.
Yes, indeed. We said it at the same time.
Yeah, but seems like they will go for the
Pumping
Hard Rock Pig
Junkies.
instead. Yeah, Pumping Junkies. Oh, I
The only
remember
one
the song.
remaining. Well, it's also a consistency map. So they won the first one. They might as well perhaps win the second. There are no especially hard moments, but with 4 minutes and 28 seconds, that's one of the longest maps of the
It's the
pool.
longest one, actually. Despite the tiebreaker, is the longer one of the pool.
Oh yes, indeed. My bad.
Yeah, pretty exhausting map overall, though, because of the length that it has. The Hard Rock uses 190 BPM, despite not being super crazy speed. It's a speed that you have to burn a little bit of stamina if you had some burst sections, which I believe this map has. Being from T-Pasolite, it makes sense. This is probably the only song from T-Pasolite that I do like.
Ooh, shot fired.
Yeah, and it's mapped by Lost Alive, which is currently playing on this World Cup. He's part of the Argentina team.
Oh, so we do have an automatic pick.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a pick from the Argentina side if it's not banned, which I don't think it should be banned. Germany is pretty good when it comes to hard rock. So let's see. Will Philippines be able to take once again the point in their own pick? Or China will pull out another surprise victory in their favor? Have to wait and see. Time will tell, man.
Yeah, time will tell. I certainly hope so. And apparently Senkai has no map. What the hell? What the hell?
This had to happen, right? So it's going to be a side read in the middle of a tournament. I mean, which you know what's the weirdest fact? Like you're
What
side
is?
reading a map that you picked. Like it's your pick.
Yeah.
Why would you ever pick something that you never played before? Well, seems like
I have
at
no
least he
idea.
got the maps quite fast. That's something good.
And let me check the OD on that one.
Oh, someone is asking if this is losers bracket or winners bracket. This is actually part of the losers bracket. China had been knocked out by Argentina in the winners bracket in the round of 16, and Philippines was knocked out by Germany. Let's see.
Ooh,
Yes,
and
there
already
you have.
Senkai and BXC breaking at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, they broke exactly in the burst section. I believe it was a
Yep.
4-note cuts on 1/6 snap or 1/8. I'm not really sure. I don't really remember that one. But even with that, seems like Philippines has a little bit of a lead because of the accuracy. Pochaco is holding a really good accuracies, and from the Chinese side, you have not that great accuracies. You have kind of low ones. Sacrifice with a 95%. Oh, and actually dropping.
Oh, and look at BXC, which dropped more or less the whole stream.
Yeah, but everyone dropped it here. Like Himemiya and Pochaco are the only ones holding the combo still.
And if you look at, and both of them haven't got such a high accuracy as well.
Whoa, Jimin! What are you doing? What was that
Yeah.
miss? Just in the com section, that makes like 0 sense. And this is the time where China will take the lead because of it. A really short one though. Accuracy will be a deciding factor. Still, we have a lot of map remaining.
Yes, and sacrifice missing makes sure that Philippines has some advance on that.
Yeah, and I believe we're about to enter in a PA section, so... Yep. Boy, that was a miss from Seika as well. I think he messed up with the doubles, with the Bing Cat. So that might give the lead to China, but seems like it's not going to be the case. Accuracy is still in the favor of Philippines, and being the difference here. Another miss from Senkai in middle of PI. Bad spot to miss, and China taking the lead because of it in the long streams. Once again showing that long streams is not the thing that Philippines wants to go for. Senkai is having issues with that, but seems like a last full combo remaining from China. Himemiya actually dropping as well, which is going to be an important thing. He was holding the better accuracy, and he needs to build up that combo once again if he wants to keep that lead. And as you can see, Philippines is about to take that lead. Yeah, this is really, really close. Look at that. Look at those scores.
Quite impressive. And, we are bashing on the accuracies, but, it's hard rock. OD is around 8 at that moment. 8.4.
That's a huge amount of OD for Taiko, not gonna lie. Hitting accuracy here is really hard. And that's probably the reason because Senkai is dropping so much. He's hitting the nose too late. And he's actually failing. Like, look at the HP bar. He's not able to keep up.
No.
Sight reading this one was not the best thing for them.
With only a third of the map remaining, can he even,
No, he has no time to recover, but the thing here is, BXC might fail as well if he's not able to keep up that, because the HP bar is kind of low as well. So it's going to be a survival battle here from China. And in the finishes, Himemiya missing and sacrifice as well. Still not being that much of an important thing because Senkai will not recover. It's all about BXC surviving the end of the map or not. And I believe he's going to do that.
Oh, that is bad for Philippines.
I won't say that the OD is the problem here for the Philippines. Look at the combos that Jime and Pochaco are holding that are insanely good, but Senkai is not even being able to pass the map. Side read, man, that's how it works.
Well,
you don't want to side read with tournaments.
You don't want to side read in a tournament. It's in the freaking World Cup, man. Well, I believe someone is getting hosed tonight.
But yeah, this is going to be a break point for China, which is, again, a really important thing. Winning in their opponent's
a really big deal.
Yes. And that's going to be it. 2 million points of difference in favor of China. Basically, Senkai score.
Yeah. But with 2 million, even if Senkai did pass the map, that wouldn't have been. And Pen, thank you, Pen. That was very very nice.
But yeah, now it's time for China to actually pull out some surprises here. I believe going for Nomad as well is okay if they go for the longer streams ones like Avalon, as you mentioned before. But I won't risk
Yeah.
myself too much with other stuff because, like, Chronostasis was a really close one, and it arguably being won by luck. Like, of course, it was not luck. They play amazingly
Yeah.
well, but it was a really heavy mistake at the end from Philippines. It wasn't merit from China for coming back. It was more like Philippines dropping the ball over there instead.
Yeah, it's more, yeah, it's more. If Senkai did play at the level of Pochako and Jime on that one, they would have won.
Yep. Senga needs to like focus a little bit, try to relax, calm the nerves, and try to forget that mistake of side reading a hard rock map and try to pull up some upsets because Dime and Pochako are doing really good, so they just need the support for the other teammate here in order to win this match because they're playing really well. It's just about a little bit more, just a little, in order to try and beat China. And we have to wait and see what they decide to go for, which I'm actually not really sure.
Oh, where is Rumovic? Oh, apparently it will be Yoiduki. So the first double time pick of this match, and that is the fastest with 255 BPM after double time increment.
Yeah, and it's the longer one as well. It has like quite simple patterns, but they are like super dense because of the BPM. Like they're going so fast that are so hard to hit if you don't have the speed required for it. The patterns are not that hard. If you like train this one a little bit, you probably should be able to hit a good score on. But the full combo in a double time pick with such caliber like this one, such a fast one, kinda hard.
Can I interrupt for a sec?
Sure, man. Hello, Dadwit.
Unless I'm reading this incorrectly, China banned 2 double time picks during the round of 16, and now they're picking double time.
It's really weird that they decide to ban double time against Argentina, which is probably not the best team when it comes to double time. I will probably go for hidden bans against Argentina, honestly.
So either China are really confident with this, or they've made a bit of a mistake.
What I believe is that they are aiming for the Philippines' weakness instead of their strong factor. I believe Philippines might have issues with dense stuff, with fast stuff. As you saw, Senkai just failed a hard rock map because of how dense it was. And as you can see right now, Senkai is having a little bit of issues.
Yes, he's not happy at all.
So I think it's actually really smart.
So it might be even, like a strategic in a psychological way.
Yeah, try to isolate as much as you can one of the Philippines players will guarantee you the lead and the victory for sure. So,
but
even doing that,
he's recovering. With after a very very rocky start, he's still recovering.
Yeah, but as you can see, he's not being able to pull out such a speed. China, though, in their perspective, they are actually doing it.
And look at Senkai's hit points bar.
Yeah, they're completely all over the place. I mean, he's probably going to fail the map at the end, and even not failing, that difference is not going to be such a big deal. And once again, China with a really great pick here, going for the main weakness of the Philippine side, trying to isolate Senkai, and they're doing it fantastically well. Not only that, the morale boost that will take Senkai is also an important factor. He will be like, oh, man, I am the one making the difference here, but in the incorrect way. I wonder if he can recover now because Philippines already lost in their own points. So if China takes their own,
And
they take the point and the win.
yeah, and already I believe that Senkai was asking if Rumovic was here. You know, he wants to be replaced. He doesn't want to play anymore. Oh gosh. Oh, that is bad.
Yep, and this is going to be 3-1 then in favor of China. And I wonder if Senkai is alright because this is a really sad position to be on. He performed really good when it comes to the previous picks, like the first one and the second one where they
Yeah.
won. He
But
choked a
then,
little bit on the end of Nomad, but still,
yeah.
I wonder if he can actually recover. Like, Philippines needs to win this pick in order to try to enter in the game once again, like getting their mindset that they can actually win this if they perform just a little bit better. But this is a bad alarm for them because China has two more double time picks remaining, and that's the amount of map that they need in order to win the match. So, is Philippines going to be able to win in one double time pick? That's the question. Because if that's not the
Yeah.
case, China got this.
And in a way, even if they have, you know, they don't need to pick double time even. I mean, if they pick something like I said, Spider Dance. Even Spider Dance could be really hard for Philippines.
Yeah, but I
With
guess they don't have to
the-
risk that much. They just go
Yeah.
for double time and it's good enough.
Ooh, Senkai being like, you don't want to say that in chat, especially as a team and stuff like that.
There is always hope. There is always chance. You just have to believe, man. You can do it.
Oh,
Oh,
and
a Spanish
Gine
thing.
actually picking Spider. I would have thought China would have picked it.
I mean,
That
it's
is
fast.
peculiar. Yeah.
It's fast. It's off. It's probably a good pick for China, but I don't see this one being that bad at all. Avalon is the pick that they want to avoid from the normal bracket, and going for something like this, I believe Senkai would not have that much of issues when it comes to this map, mostly because of the Nomad and not being that incredibly high BPM and scroll speed as well. So I don't think this map is a bad choice. They have some better ones, I believe, like Wish Upon Twin Stars, but it, it's not a bad pick at all.
And Senkai actually is asking, what is this? What the hell? I hope he played that one. I really hope he played that one.
I like how this sounds on triple time. Alright, so let's see. This is the number 5 map that we're going to play this for this first match. From Undertale Spider Dance.
Oh, and Senkai missing at the beginning, but it's only the beginning.
It's probably the best way to miss, honestly.
Yeah.
Because no one has built the combo cap already. So one miss from the other team can still be enough to take the lead back. The thing is, will China break here? Because it might not be the case, honestly. Well, the finishers are quite complex, but still not enough. You have some
And you know-
alternate streams here that are kinda
Yeah.
hard, but everyone is hitting them without many problems. Senkai is the only one dropping. Which is a shame because he was doing quite
Really?
alright, but now
Oh
he's not
gosh.
performing well. Well, this is a section that he's probably having issues. And P.R.China even missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such an unfortunate thing. China did amazingly well, despite it being like kind of bit of an unfair thing, like trying to isolate the other person, try to make him like
Yeah.
not pass any map. It's kind of cruel, but it worked really well.
It's a World Cup. It's not about, being nice and cuddly. And, well, I would like to remind the chat in a way that uh, these maps are some of the most difficult ones, period. These are really high quality players, just that China, at the moment, for these plays, outclasses Philippines.
Yep. Pretty much that's it. I mean, there's no one to blame here. This happened in other World Cups as well. There is a point where you just cannot keep up as much as you probably want to. That is something normal, it's natural. Everything has that thing. There is a limit. And this caliber of difficulty of maps is really, really hard, and not anyone can play that. You can try and play that in your computer and try to say, well, they're they are performing not as good as they should, maybe, but you can try to play the maps first and then judge how hard it is. I can tell you that
Yeah.
this player Senkai is a lot better than most of the people that are watching the stream for sure.
Well,
It's kind of a
I'm not
shame, but still.
I'm not throwing a stone or anything, but still, I've tried these maps, and well, I'm not that good at taiko, and they are really hard.
Yeah, they are hard. I mean, that's the purpose of the tournament. It has to get progressively harder. And we are now in the quarterfinals. We only have two more maps. I mean, two map pools remaining. So this is like the third harder one.
All right, so so they're back.
Yep. You know, we have Senkai back. Let's see what China decides to go for right now. I believe double time is just a safe pick. It makes sense and is quite short. So it can be like a really good one.
Yeah, and after what happens, I mean, they're pretty much they could pick 7 colors and drive it home.
And as well, I want to point out from Senkai, as he's saying, tournament nerves are a thing, are a really huge factor. I can tell. I played in 2 World Cups already in the Mania ones, and I can tell the tournament experience, the nerves that you're feeling are such a unique feeling, and it's not for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
it's really hard to deal with that pressure. I remember playing against Germany in the first Mania World Cup, and I literally get myself up of my bed shaking. I was really, really scary, really shaky. I had to take a bath, relax a little bit. And even that, I wasn't performing as my best for sure. It's really hard to deal with tournaments if you don't have the experience or the nerves of the tension. It's a really unique feeling. It's really hard to deal with it. And I can definitely understand what Seiken is currently like living. I won't say suffering because it's a really nice feel to be in a tournament, but it's hard to get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially, most, well, at least some of these players, I mean, Jime and Pochako already have tournament experience, I believe.
Yeah, I believe they do have. I should check that one. I believe that is currently searching that the last roster of the Philippines side.
And Loctave thing, all right? Can you pick?
Yeah, at the end they have to pick. So
Oh, White Prism. So's the a bit longer free mod play.
well, it's not the longer. The longer is Inside Identity, but the long remaining one for sure. So kind of streamish bitmap, not that streamy as heavy as it is like Renatus or Avalon or
Yeah.
most of the double time picks, but still something that you have to watch out when it comes to heavy streaming, with some alternating patterns. Also a Mickey Ugu
So,
song, which makes sense as well.
so would you pick this? I would pick this to for hard rock plays mainly.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, I believe Himemi will go with Hidden and Sacrifice with Hard Rock, but that's it. I mean, I won't see three mods here, I believe. But there's something that I do wonder though. Yeah, there is a specific situation here. You have some advantage, but the only point that you lost in the tournament, I mean, in this match, I was in a free mod bracket, so why would you pick White Prism if you already lost in Inside Identity, which both maps being in particular same caliber? You have alternative patterns, which are pretty long maps, really consistency based. I'm not sure if this is a correct pick for China, but dealing with this particular situation it might not just it might just not be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And it seems that we have only one mod on the Chinese side. We won't see Himemiya going with the hidden. Instead, only sacrifice with hard rock. Same for Senkai and Pochaco in the Philippines side. And there you have the most hated doubles,
Oh
DK or
god,
Key
yeah.
Day. The doubles are so brutal overall to accuracy, kills your accuracy in every single mod, everyone hates the doubles. And it's kinda streamy this one, I have to say. It was more streaming than what I was expecting. Even Pochago dropping the combo over there. Senkai is building the combo up once again with a pretty decent accuracy as well.
Yeah, too. But you know, China is not wrecking.
Yeah, China's doing a really good job keeping the combo up, but this is a long map and you have to watch out until the end.
Yeah. Actually, in China, we have two no mod.
Yep, only one hard rock from Sacrifice. But the thing for Philippines is that both misses come from the mod players, and in the doubles there you have another miss from Himemiya, completely messing with those doubles. I'm not sure if it was for trying to get good accuracy on or just messing with the colors. I believe it was the first option, and just before the Ki, he will lose around 20 combo points for the Ki. Still not going to be enough to give the lead once again to the Philippine side. They're putting a really good fight on this one.
Yep. You have to believe. Oh, ooh, Senkai
Well, as you
choking
say,
hard on that.
yeah, that's a big deal. That miss was really important, and China will take that one in their favor, and 200,000 points of difference in their favor as well.
So there
Still
would be
having. Hmm?
yeah, they would be needing to have, you know, 2 or 3 misses before Kiai to get back to the Philippines.
Yeah, I mean, they need two misses at least. And one of those misses has to be from Sacrifice, which is holding the Hard Rock. They need a drop from the Hard Rock player.
Yeah, but look at that. I mean, even Himemiya, even with his miss, has a 99.27% accuracy. Senkai just choking on the longer streams.
Yeah, Senke having issues
No.
on that last section, which is a shame as well because everyone is dropping. I mean, he was able to hold that combo for a little bit longer. He would probably take that point, and he decided to give up at the end, which is
Yeah.
quite unfortunate because the gap is so little right now, only 70,000 points, and every single player dropped by Jime and Pochaco. Which is such a shame though.
I mean, Jime is holding his own, but you know, with an accuracy of 95.
I'm not sure
Oh
if Senke
gosh.
will be able to
Well,
survive here, but
what
if
can I
he
say? Yeah,
survives,
same. No.
I'm
No,
not sure. No,
he
not going
won't.
to be enough. He dropped.
I mean, they began with such a strong game. What happened?
Yeah, they had that game. This one was actually a point where they're hitting really well as well. At the end, China choked quite harsh, and that is something to point out for the following opponents that they might encounter. They have a weakness. China has a weakness, and they have to work on that. And it's
Yep.
mostly consistency. So well, that's going to be it for China against Philippines, taking by China 5-1 in their favor, advancing a little bit further into the losers bracket.
So
And
congratulations for
Philippines,
China
yeah, congrats to China, of
winning.
course.
And well, sorry for Philippines. We will be seeing you most probably next World Cup.
Yeah, it's a shame, but there's everything. I mean, always there is a team that has to lose. Sadly, that's how tournament works. One team wins, one team loses, and only one team is a champion. China is still on the road for it, still has the chance to win the potential tournament, but Philippines sadly is going to get eliminated, being the first team eliminated on the bracket stage in the quarterfinals of the losers bracket. So that's all for them. Congrats to getting this far, though.
And
Um,
yes,
that's going to
actually,
be it.
if China will be competing next week against the loser, my bad, of Poland versus Japan.
All right, so they will encounter the loser of Japan, Poland. So we have two red, white flags encountering each other.
I still, even if it's Japan, I won't call it. I won't even try.
Yeah, I mean, they lost a point against Spain, so they have to watch out. Poland is playing incredibly well. I mean, they took 2 points against Canada, which clean sweep Taiwan. They took the victory against United Kingdom, which also beat Taiwan. And now they are facing Japan for the biggest upset of the tournament. Let's see if they can actually make it or not. And for now, and for the next match, is the next match Japan against Poland, right? Or is it? Or it isn't?
No, it is Indonesia versus Hong
Oh,
Kong.
Indonesia, Hong Kong. And for that match, we will have another commentator joining us. His name is Chromax, playing for the Germany team. How are you doing, Chromax?
Oh, hi there. I'm fine. Just had some breakfast and ready to commentate the next matches.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah. You were watching the China against Philippines a little bit?
Not really. I just kind of got up and didn't really have time to watch it, but I'll be sure to check out the results in a minute. But how did it go then?
It was
Unfortunately,
yeah, it was a close one. I will say that it could be potentially more close than it was, but it ended up being a 5-1 in favor of China. Philippines played well in the free mods, pretty well in the hard rock as well, but it wasn't enough, sadly.
Oh, well, that's kind of a shame, but anyway, we have China going on, and well, it's probably the expected result with China being a top seed team here.
yeah, that's true. But at the beginning, they opened with a very good play and began to follow up with some, clutch matches. But after a while, some players from Hong Kong team did basically choke on the whole match, and well, what happened.
Yeah, that choke at the end was really brutal in chlorostatic. Well, it
Mm.
was chronostatic. Chronostatic, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, chokes like that can happen anytime.
Yep, indeed. So I believe that wait. Is Indonesia versus Hong Kong starting about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, in 20 minutes.
Yes, 8:30 UTC, I believe.
All right, so let me remind you, viewers from the chat and from Twitch in general, that you can support the tournament, OSU, and the world of the new esports by going in the store and buying some banners for either your country or your country of your preference. And well, it helps with the prize pool, it helps with tournament organization, and it does help the team themselves. So, well, if you can spare, it's $2.50. And well, I did it for France because I'm a patriot, and you can do it for France too.
Yeah, you don't have to be patriot.
You can just
be
do
a
it for
filthy
Japan.
traitor, like me.
New Zealand doesn't even have a team.
Yeah, so either way, I'm a traitor.
Traitor!
It doesn't matter. I'd probably still be a traitor even if they did have a team.
I will for sure go for an Argentina banner for this tournament.
I would have gone for a Germany one, but
Yeah.
I still can't
If-
get things working, so I'm just stuck
if
here.
there is one team that I will never support, and it's not because I hate it, it's Germany. I'm sorry, but I will
Alright.
never support Germany at all.
All right, Juan, run. You have to
Yeah.
elaborate on that. What did Germany do to you?
Well, they took the final of the Soccer World Championship against us. That's a good reason. They eliminated us 3 times in a row. They do not deserve my support at all.
Fair
Get
enough.
wrecked.
Fair enough.